Why are you the way you are?
Bro, what's the craziest thing that you've ever done because of the dark? Or like, I guess the most embarrassing.
The most embarrassing thing I've ever done because of the dark, I still do this, is if I'm in my parents' basement, it's an unfinished basement, and I'm going up the stairs and I turn off the light, I like try to walk up the stairs like everything's normal, but I end up doing like a quick jog run up the stairs, fully knowing there's nothing behind me. There's just this feeling of something's gonna get me.
I feel like everybody does that. I don't know why. There's got to be something to that. Man, that's crazy. I've had some embarrassing moments. I think I guess the most embarrassing thing for me would have just been the fact that I almost like totally fell off stage on a Sunday morning during worship because I couldn't see where the stage ended. And luckily I didn't, but that would have been crazy. Man, this talking about worship and just kind of being on this stage.
Yeah.
This past weekend, we were on this stage. When I walked out, I didn't know what to expect, but I walked out from behind this curtain and saw 463 students. Like that was
crazy.
Unbelievable, bro.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And our students did an amazing job inviting people.
Yeah.
Like it was an awesome thing, and we got, more to do this year, so I'm really pumped about how we started. It's great. It's great. It's exciting.
Yeah. I feel like there were a lot of big wins. We had over 100 volunteers. We had 177 first-time guests that have never been with us before, and just getting to meet so many of them. And man, like the students, like you said, they're the ones that invited. We had kids from like every school in the area, and it was just like, man, I couldn't go to sleep. It was amazing, man. You killed it, by the way, with your message. You were kind of just talking about this idea of the dark, right? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, just really focusing in on the subject of how darkness causes us to doubt, and doubt leads to being lost, like not being able to find yourself, being just in pain and focusing in on the pain. And we're really just focusing in on how Jesus took Thomas from where he was in this place of doubt, in this place of darkness, in this place of feeling completely alone, and met him where he was. And by meeting him where he was inviting him into more relationship. And I believe that that's what God wants to do with every single student, is meet them where they are. He's not worried about what their doubts are. He is going to meet them exactly where they are and help fulfill and heal the hurts that they have.
Yeah, man. I think one of the most common things we read in the New Testament in particular is that God is a God of light, and that Jesus said we'll be called children of light. In every situation, in every moment, in every school, wherever we are, we can bring light, because as we know, darkness can bring chaos. It can bring fear and anxiety. You can fall off a stage, right? It's not good when the lights go out. What do you think that looks like for students, like in 2019?
I think that what that ends up looking like is that people are searching all over the place for identity. They're searching all over the place for meaning. They're searching all over the place just to find themselves, and that can cause them to do things that are outside of who they normally are. I think one of the hardest things for students is that they'll really step into anything or try anything or be a part of any group just to be able to fit in. And what ends up happening is when you stop being you lose yourself. When you lose yourself, you have nothing to stand on, nothing to hold on to, and that causes all kinds of pain. So I think that's one of the biggest things that students experience, is that they start not even knowing who they are. And so then they can't like themselves, they can't enjoy themselves, they can't be who God created them to be, because they're not being them. I think God accepts us exactly the way we are. He doesn't want us to be somebody else. He's not looking for us to perform or become something. He wants us to be us. He created us to be us, and when we're somebody else, we get lost.
Yeah, man. For sure. I mean, I don't know about you, but I felt like as you were speaking, man, it was definitely hitting some people. There was a kid in high school that I think it was on Snapchat, but he was like, man, this guy came out and delivered this like powerful message, and then of course they had to play a freaking Coldplay song. But I think what he was really saying was like, man, he was moved, like something in him shifted. And I know that's what we were praying for and what we've been hoping for. Man, I'm so excited for what these groups mean that we're starting tonight. I think it's just a time to get our students even more connected to the source of light and to the source of hope as we go out on mission. Like tonight, this is cool. I view it as the locker room huddle, but the game's out on the field when you walk out of this building and you go into the real world, right?
Yeah. One of the things I'm hoping students will engage with is with what Nico said in her testimony video on Sunday night, which is just simply this question. This is my story. What's yours gonna be?
Yeah.
It's that decision of trying to figure out, hey, where are you gonna go? What is it that you're gonna follow? What is it you're gonna find, grab onto? What's gonna be your light as you're walking through the things you're walking through? So that's what I'm hoping students will engage with and think about for themselves. What's my story going to be? Because we have the opportunity to step into things. We have the opportunity to set the course for where we're gonna go, but that only comes from intentionality. It doesn't come from just figuring it out. So I'm looking forward to students being able to talk about that and to find hope in that together.
For sure, man. Well, dude, as groups get ready to kind of go out from here in a minute, man, I'm praying that February 8th will just be even bigger and even better. I'm so freaking excited, man, and I think our students are. I know our leaders are. We've been getting so many emails, just being encouraged by them. And man, I just think tonight, if we can get into some circles and we can pray together and encourage each other and talk about that one thought of how can I be light in the dark, right? And in my relationships at home and at school or in the practice field. How can I bring hope where there seems to be hopelessness?
Absolutely.
You know?
Yep.
Cool, man.
Awesome. All right.
Love it.
Love you too.
All right, man.
Peace.